Peace. Today we're going to be talking about the 85%, the 10%, and the 5%. Now, what does all of that mean? Well, you know what? I am so glad that you asked. See, ever since the beginning of the world, there were always different kinds of people. Not white people, they were born much later. The people that I'm talking about look just like me. Some were darker skinned and some were lighter skinned. Anyway, what made us different is the way we saw ourselves and the world around us. But today, people look and think different. Some are 85%, some are 10%, and then some are 5%. 85% of the people are blind, deaf, and dumb. They aren't really blind, deaf, and dumb. They just don't see, hear, or speak about who they are because they simply don't know. And most of the time, they don't even want to know. As you can imagine, this makes them easily led in the wrong direction, eat the wrong foods, and be uncivilized. Meaning, they have no knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and are savages in the pursuit of happiness. The 85% don't know their origin in this world, which makes them pretty vulnerable to the 10%. Vulnerable simply means helpless and powerless to anyone who wants to take advantage of you. So the 10% are like vampires out looking for blood. Not real vampires, but they are people trying to take advantage of another person's life. They're sort of like evil magicians because they use something called trick knowledge. Say it with me one time. Trick knowledge. This means devilishment, stealing, telling lies, and how to master people. Their goal is to get rich by taking all they can from people so that they can live in luxury. Like the 85%, the 10% all look different. They work in every profession and you see them each and every day. Now we have the 5%. They are people who don't support the 10%. They know who they are and teach that the true and living God is still the same since the beginning of the world. Black. Black like space, black like the earth, and black like lives oftentimes don't matter to folks who ain't black. Anyway, the 5% strive to teach the 85%. Civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of themselves, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. Not all at once, but they strive to find out where a person is in their life and give them what they need. Just like the 85% and the 10%, the 5% all look different too. The big difference is the 5% are like people with superpowers, and their abilities comes from having something called knowledge of self. Yeah. So there you have it. The 85%, the 10%, and the 5%. Thanks for watching. Peace.
And then I said you wasn't the only one. And then my mama told me not to be the one. Hey, 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 hey. I wasn't the one. You was messing with me. I was trying to believe.